as you walk through the exhibition.
Yeah, there are some beautiful graffiti
That
mannequins that
very
Stefan,
cool.
Langlois.
Stefan Langlois supported him. You can see in the show as well. Some beautiful graffiti art on those.
I've got like my high school hat on, or I'm
Great.
thinking actually in high school, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I can see where something like some of these outfits actually, the edginess would be. I can see this being a very big draw with some of our young 17 through 23-year-olds
Definitely.
that are looking to like.
Yeah, and actually, a couple of months back, Jawara, in collaboration with Brand Carib and with Cayman Art Week, did a really exciting sneaker design competition, and there was a young girl named Mariah Praise who won that competition and was able to go to London Fashion Week with Jawara as his apprentice, which was really exciting for her. She actually just did a really great sort of vlog reel about it that she posted on her Instagram, and we shared around as well. But I think it's going to be really cool for young people to interact with this show and really, again, explore their own self-fiction through garments and fashion. We are going to be hosting some workshops, hope with young people through the show, again, be able to facilitate some of that. And definitely through our Walkers Art Club after school program as well, getting the students who are part of that program to engage with the exhibition and then come back and work with fabrics. And Laura very kindly left us with some fabric swatches, which I'm very excited about. So we'll definitely be able to use those for our class as well.
Cool.
And again, school tours, right? We're really excited about welcoming school tours to the gallery for all sorts of learning opportunities. And we can tailor those to the needs of the curriculum program that the class is doing on any day of the week, really. So we're hoping that we get a lot of school tours through and leaving them also behind with lesson plans and activities that they can take home or back to the classroom as well. So lots of ways to engage. And again, these are youth and young people, but I think it'll be as interesting to the older generation, just in terms of those connections to tradition that we can see, particularly the rugging, and he uses a lot of things like thatch and references to weaving in his pieces. So we've been very purposeful in what we put up on display upstairs in the National Collection to see those connections. We've been able to put on our new beautiful new acquisition of Nasaris and the Sewing Circle group that finished this amazing new quilt on Birthing Stories that we acquired at the end of last year, and now have this beautiful new acquisition when you come upstairs. So there's a lot of new work on display that we've collected over the past few years. It's a completely new iteration of an exhibit upstairs as well. So all three rooms, or all three spaces at the gallery, all three galleries literally, have brand new displays in them. So if you were there 3 weeks ago, come back because it's all changed. It's quite an ambitious undertaking. It required an entire team working very late nights. Figuring out how to put mannequins together was a first, and flying some additional mannequins down at the last minute. It's been a very interesting journey, but a really creative one for all of us, I think.
What happens to the mannequins after this show?
Well, last time, actually, they were picked up by artists around the island and converted into an exhibition ever award. So we learned our lesson last time, though. We need to hold on to some of these mannequins for future fashion exhibitions, because we had to start from scratch again, which was not easy.
No.
But we, on that note, we have quite a few extra mannequins for one reason or another, and we are we're going to be donating some of those to our high school art departments in the coming months. So we're really excited about that initiative. We want to make sure that there is access and resources available for fashion to be part of that dialogue as well. And often, things like mannequins have a cost to them. But through our sponsors, we've been able to ensure that there are some that we can donate back to that next generation of creatives, which is always a core part of the projects that we do at the National Gallery, seeing how we can pass that on and provide resources as well as inspiration through the exhibitions that we do.
I'm really glad to hear that fashion is part of the fashion. You always hear about painters, you hear about the musicians, you hear about the person that can draw, and the filmmakers. You see them right off the bat, right?
Animators.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're now starting to see like the creative element take a tech side to it, and you're seeing more digital creators coming out of the woodworks, and some good ones. But then the flip side, the fashion side, you don't see a whole lot. I can imagine it can be a challenge when we're isolated in Cayman to step into the global fashion world. But we're seeing it now. We're seeing people that are actually making that jump. And fashion is a very easy way to start showcasing Cayman culture.
Well, I think we
Naturally.
all express ourselves. Sorry, Maya. In our own
Yeah.
the way that we present and show up, right? And I think that's a great starting point. Even experimenting with what you wear.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's what's great about Jawara's work. A lot of it's secondhand clothing. We've got loads of organizations now in Cayman that make that kind of secondhand work accessible. You
Absolutely.
can grab that, cut it up, have some fun with it,
Yep.
and that's a really easy place to start. Sorry, Maya.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I feel like fashion is one of the most accessible ways
absolutely.
to show your personal style and your personal creativity, because like Natalie said, I mean, you can do it with anything, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's just adding an accessory or a color, or whether you're inspired by
You didn't see the nails. Come on. I was like, wait, like, how come the nails
Yeah,
with one?
nails.
Absolutely.
exactly nails, your haircut, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many ways to just switch up your look in very subtle ways that I think signal a lot about personality and even your how you're